And I suppose the rest of you are waiting for me to vomit out some profound words of wisdom. Listen, the world needs people like you. The world is literally dying for your kind. Embrace that responsibility and run with it. Get out there, earn your keep, give back. It's not going to be easy. Never going to be easy. For much of it, you'll stand alone, but you've got to stand strong. I mean, I beg you, do not give in to mediocrity like the other 98% of the world. Because you would be doing yourselves and the world a great disservice. You're all too smart. You're too smart to let it go to waste. I mean, you've got one shot at this, one fucking shot. Don't let a moment of it slip by. Grab it, snatch it up, make it yours. Celebrate every moment. Celebrate every fucking breath. I'm telling you, life, it's a bird song.
One of the greatest pieces of advice I've ever gotten in my life was from my mom. You know, when I was a little kid, there was a kid who was bugging me, you know, in school. And she said, okay, I'm going to tell you what to do. She said, the kid's bugging you. He puts his hands on you. You pick up the nearest rock, or whatever you can get your hands on, and you lay him out. Then I did. And I felt better. And it worked. And so, for me, you know, that was a great lesson, because someone had invaded my space, invaded my being, you know, and I was doing something against me that I didn't want to be done. So I took control of the situation and I ran with it. And I promised myself that I would continue to move forward and do my best not to compromise in any way whatsoever, you know, not allow anyone to put their hands on me and affect me in that way. So that's the best advice I think I could give, is just to keep moving forward and don't give a shit what anybody thinks, you know. Just keep moving forward and do what you have to do for you.
I was pumping gas, most definitely. Printing T-shirts and selling ink pens and, you know, I mean, anything and everything. Yeah, and then the fact that you have a 20-year career of failures and then you do a pirate movie and that buys you an island. I'm still exactly the guy that used to pump gas, you know. I'm still the guy that was a mechanic for a minute, you know. I'm still, exactly. I just happen to have a weirder job at the moment, you know. There was a guy who I worked with many years ago, and we were talking about success and money and all that stuff. And he told me this one thing. He said, you know, money doesn't change anybody. Money reveals them. Same thing with success. And I believe that, you know, wholeheartedly. If we could celebrate every breath that we take, because nothing's a guarantee. If we could celebrate the breath and the exhale, which is being alive, without, you know, oh, my car won't start. Oh, geez, you know, the cat dropped dead. Hey, you know, I think I need a lobotomy. You know, I mean, there are things that are very, very important in life that we don't think about, you know. And one of the most worrisome things that I went through for years is you're freaked out about your past. You're worried, you're scared to death of the future, and that's all you're thinking about. But the now doesn't exist, you know. And I think that's a grave mistake that we make. Somebody hands you the ball, and you run, you know. I mean, and if you get hit, you get hit. maybe you make it through. You never know. But I mean, I just know that somebody handed me the ball at a certain point, and I was hungry enough to keep running, and I'm still running. I maintain a hunger, but not an ambition. You know, I'm very happy to explore all possibilities of a character and really, you know, dive in to the role. I mean, even to the point of where, you know, Disney wanted to fire me.
They wanted to fire you from Pirates?
Yeah.
Because?
They couldn't understand what I was doing. They didn't understand the character. They were actually contemplating subtitling the film, you know. Well, I started playing the guitar at the age of 12. I felt a passion for it that, yeah, it was the first real passion that I had. And I can safely say, because I feel, and I felt then, that the word ambition has become dirty, you know?
Yeah.
Because ambition somehow implies that, so ambition was a dirty word to me because it felt like you were working for some gain or material or some status or, so I literally don't remember going through puberty because I locked myself in a room at the age of 12, 13 and just played the guitar, learned things off records and taught myself how to play. And it was my life. And it was the only solace. It was the only sanctuary. It was the only security. It was my first love.
There were other things that I probably should have done. Not from my perspective. I mean, from my point of view, I did the right things. Every film that I've done, I'm happy that I made that choice. I don't have any regrets whatsoever. But I mean, in terms of sustaining box office, you know, bankability, I should have done a few other things that I didn't do, but I'm glad I didn't do them.
Because it wouldn't have been you.
Yeah, it would have been for the wrong reasons. Everything that I've been lucky enough to do, I did for the right reasons.
You have to realize that whatever your day is, whatever you're doing, whatever your job is, whatever people think of you, or project you to be. None of it matters, really, until you look round and see people who are in need. And I think that probably the best benefit of my job is to to help to make people smile who otherwise wouldn't or couldn't have a smile on their face. So, yeah, that's my deal.